Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion. Yes, indeed, we're looking at Street Fighter Alpha 2 on the PlayStation 1. Got some good games lined up this week, actually. If you haven't seen the community posts yet, go and have a look. We've got some great games coming up. And this is just the start of them. I've got about 5 lined up already, which is, you know, quite a lot, really. Considering that I normally only do 3, we've got quite a lot of games lined up for you. Some are PC, some are retro. You know, that's the way it goes on this channel, as you know. So anyway, I'm going to be playing as Dan throughout this little playthrough and review and all that jazz. So the original Street Fighter Alpha Warriors Dreams has been reviewed on the channel already. So if you haven't seen that, pop into the video section and then click on the little magnifying glass and you can search for it and it'll come up. But I like these games. I've actually got more into the fighting games over the last couple of weeks, just to give them a go, really. I've always kind of liked the Street Fighter series, apart from Street Fighter 1, which was a big pile of poop. But the Street Fighter 2 Plus series actually were very good. In fact, Street Fighter 2 was the first fighting game I had on my Super Nintendo, and it was what cemented me into getting one in the first place. And well, it was fairly arcade perfect, or as much as an arcade game you were ever going to get in your own living room anyway, or bedroom. Because not all of us had the luxury of being able to go and put our consoles in the lounge. Yes, parents that don't understand video games. I'm sure there's a few of you out there that understand that. But yeah, so this is Street Fighter Alpha 2, and it's very good. I love these graphics. I love the graphics of the games from the Street Fighter 2 Plus series. I think that these are the ones that you're always going to remember. I mean, the Street Fighter 2 graphics are always going to be the ones that people remember the most fondly, I think. But you can see there's a slight sort of art change in the characters in this already. But that came with the sort of Alpha series. Now, I think there was Street Fighter Alpha 3 as well on PS1, which I will be looking at some point down the road. But this is today's offering, and I hope you're enjoying it. So I'm playing as Dan. He's like a combination of Ken and Ryu. So he's got this, like, instead of the cyclone kick, he's got like this double foot kick thing that he does in midair. He's also got like his own fireball, but it's a close range one. And he also has the dragon uppercut as well. So it's literally like playing a combination of the two. I quite like playing as Dan in previous titles, so I thought I'd give him a bit of an airing today. And you can see it's great. It's a really, really good game, actually. The graphics on it are very, very cool. Again, with the PlayStation 1's capabilities, it was almost like playing an arcade. The only downside, really, that this game had is the loading times. They could be a little bit... they weren't exactly quick. You'll see this as we go through the review. But loading times could have been slightly quicker. I also want to look at Street Fighter 4, by the way, on PS3, because that, again, is another good game, and the art direction changed again. But that's coming. That's coming! Oh, yes, it is! At some point very, very soon to the channel. But it's very, very well done, this game. I love the art style. Backgrounds and backdrops, all the animations are very fluid and very smooth, which is nice. It's like threw my fist into his face and said, "Smell that." And yeah, I'll tell you, excuse me, somebody's cooking something incredibly nice outside. This is just so weird, but oh, it smells gorgeous. So I think it might be pizza for tea tonight. After I've done this review, I'm going to order food. So there we go. Anyway, I hope you're all doing well. The schools are back soon, which I'm sure everybody's going to be celebrating. I know I will be. Get my 2 little ones out of here for a while and get some time back for myself, which would be nice. But back to the street fighting, beat your face into the floor, which would be an amazing subtitle for a fighting game. But there we go. Absolutely loving this game. It's really good fun, and it's 2 players, so you can get a friend on and start kicking the crap out of your friends legally. Always quite amusing that you can do that through the power of PlayStation. Indeed. See here, the loading is a little bit obtrusive. I mean, it's only literally seconds, but it does seem to take its time. And considering that the graphics weren't exactly groundbreaking at the time, I'm surprised that it actually took this long to load a level in. But there you go. The power of CD-ROM. But yeah, once you're in the actual matches, it's very, very good. Sometimes the matches don't last very long, so then you're stuck into another loading screen, which is the only really downside of this. at the moment. I love the character design and the actual size of some of these guys. I mean, look at Birdie. The other thing is there's some characters from Street Fighter. There's characters from Final Fight as well. I do believe that Guy is in this one. Cody was in Street Fighter Alpha 1. I think Guy was as well. And that's just memory. That's just memory. It was a while ago since I reviewed that. I love the background. There's like random people. That guy is having a piss, isn't he? That guy on the left-hand side. It looks like he's having a. It looks like he's. He is. He's having a pee. I mean, why? Why would you do that? Oh, there's two guys having a fight over there. Excuse me while I just relieve myself. It just makes no sense, does it? Never mind. Anyway, so you can do these big super moves as well. Once you've lit up your bar at the bottom, you've got 3 different levels of power that you can use, and then by using a combination of key presses and buttons, you will then execute like a big powerful technique that should effectively drain your opponents of all of their health, and you should be going for a grand knockout. So always good fun, and each one has a different one as well, so that's really cool. So, I'd say that Ryu and Ken and Dan probably have the easiest ones to pull off. I think it literally for that one there I just did, it was round half circle to the opponent twice and then a punch button, and that's what did it. I think Ken's is semicircle round to the back, so it's like a cyclone kick. Do that twice and then kick, and then he will do that as well. So what I'm really surprised about is the characters haven't gone into their usual routine of I'm just going to cheat my arse off and beat the crap out of you for daring to lay a hand on me. You know the rules. Fighting games generally do that after 1 or 2 stages, but we're doing all right. We're doing all right. I do like this game. It's great fun, and that's the key for me. Really, it's fun. So if you do like a Street Fighter game and you'd like to try a different one, try this one. It is very cool. Sounds and music are very good as well. You've got the Street Fighter 2 sort of trademark pumping soundtrack as you go. You've got all the different sounds for all the techniques they're using, like the Shoryuken and Hadouken. They're all in there. So it does amount to quite an impressive arcade experience, and I think you will quite enjoy that. It's nice to see classics like Dial Sim here as well. It's like the Double D. We've got Dan and Dial Sim. Please don't be dirty. There we go. So it's a good game. It's fun. So progression in the game is fairly simple. You've got lots of different difficulty modes as well, and you can play through those. If you're a beginner, start off at easy and work your way up, and you will beat the game eventually. So that's something to enjoy anyway. You can also play off against your friends, like I said earlier on. 2-player option, so you can beat each other up, which is great fun. You could also do a sort of a fighting tournament if you wanted to do that. Do a pass the controller in the main game. If you get beaten, pass it to your friends, see if they can beat your round scores and stuff like that. Very, very simple. You are against the timer in this game as well. You can see in the top middle of your screen, and top left and top right are obviously your power bars and how much energy you've got left. So the idea is to deplete your opponent's energy and defeat them, and then smirk, because that's what you can do. So you can see my bar is full now at the bottom. I've got a 3-level attack. If I can pull it off, I will. And I've missed it. Never mind. You can see that it's dropped down to level 2. So you can actually do that 3 times, which is quite cool. Just remember that every time you hit them, their bar comes up as well. So there. So age range for this game is any, because it's pretty much pick up the controller, bash a few buttons, have some fun with it. You know, even if you don't know how to pull off the moves, most of them are done through sort of semicircles to the front and to the rear, and then a punch and a kick button. You can reconfigure your control pad as well. So if the button combination that you've got on at the moment doesn't suit you, you can change that. I like that when they do that in fighting games, because sometimes they put hard punch and hard kick on the shoulder buttons, and I'm not a big fan of that. I prefer them to have on the sort of the X and the square buttons, really, but there we go. And replay value, it's just one of those games you will come back to just because it's fun, and you know, you can have a quick 10-minute beat 'em up either on your own or with friends. And obviously the playability of this game is just paramount. it's great. And this is what Capcom really nailed it with these Street Fighter series, is that they are fun. And once they got to console, it was literally like having your own arcade game in your house, except for the fact of the loading, but that is really just a niggle from me. I just don't understand why it was so long. I just think loading stuff into memory maybe would have been easier. I don't know. I'm not a programmer, so I couldn't tell you. But it's a worthy successor in the series, and I'm looking forward to doing Street Fighter Alpha 3 and just seeing what the differences are, really. So it's nice to see Mario's joined the army in the back there, and so you've got these like characters like M. Bison and all the characters that you're familiar with through the Street Fighter series as well. He doesn't seem to take as much damage as some of the others, so I don't know whether some of them have sort of a bit more resilience to certain abilities. But he is M. Bison, and he was an absolute pig face when he was in the original game. So, yes, we don't like M. Bison. So there we go. But yeah, give it a go, grab a friend, have some beat-em-up fun, and I hope you enjoy the game. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you've played Street Fighter Alpha 2, or indeed any of the Street Fighter series, and let me know which was your favourite in the series of the Street Fighter games. I mean, you could be a lover of the first game. I will disown you if you are, because it really was tripe. But it was a brave attempt to break into that market, I suppose. But Street Fighter 2 Plus is where it's really at. So Street Fighter, when I say Street Fighter 2 Plus, I mean Street Fighter 2 and any subsequent games. We'll just refer to it as that. So yeah, let me know in the comments. And also let me know who your favourite fighter was as well, because everybody seems to have a favourite fighter. I normally go with Ken or Ryu because I quite like their style. But I thought I'd change it up today and go with Dan. Because... and that's the only reason I'm going to give you. But let me know who your favourite character was and why. And were you an arcade... Were you one of these guys that went down to the arcades every weekend? And then had crowds of people round you as you pummeled faces into the ground on the game I'm talking about. I remember there was an arcade machine placed down by us, actually, in Worcester. It's now or at least it was, one of those... what do you call them? Those Laser Quest games. But they used to have a couple of arcade machines in there. They had Street Fighter 2, the new challenges, and they had Mortal Kombat 2. And you can guarantee it, everybody was crowded around those machines because they were like the current thing to be playing. And Mortal Kombat 2 was definitely a popular one. But yeah, the Street Fighter series, great games, and I think you'll agree that this one is a great game also. If you haven't played it, grab a copy, load it up, have some fun. Let me know in the comments how you get on, and I will be back very soon with something new for you to have a look at. And I can tell you this week, everything is going to be groovy. So there you go. Have a look at the community part of my channel, and it will tell you what's coming next. So there we are. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll catch you again very soon. Until then, my friends, you keep on gaming. I'm really not going to use that as a sign-off ever again. Anyway, you take it easy. I'll be back very soon. So it's bye for now. Bye-bye.
Shoryuken!